Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hey guys, it's Alisya and I'm here with a tutorial on how to make this cute crochet tote bag with just plastic bags. It can also hold some stuff in it like a book, a notebook, a water bottle, a hand sanitizer, some spare masks, a lip balm, and also a pair of sunglasses. It still doesn't look that fat, right? And without further ado, let's get into the tutorial. First things first, you're gonna need a plastic bag, a ruler, and a scissor. And now we're gonna fold the plastic bag 2 times. And then we're gonna cut off the bottom parts that we don't need. And now we're gonna mark 1 inch from the bottom. Like so. And then we're gonna just cut 1 inch strips of this whole plastic bag. You can just also line up your plastic bag on top of the ruler to make it easier for you. And we're not gonna need that top part of the plastic bag, and now we're gonna make the yarn out of it by tying it onto each other, like what I'm doing here. And here I insert a picture on how you tie the plastic onto each other. Here is after 10 plastic bags, and now we're gonna make it into a ball so it looks neater. And now we're gonna start crocheting. Here I'm using 7mm hook, and to start off we're gonna make a slip knot by making a loop, put a yarn over, turn it backwards, and pull the yarn to make a slip knot. And we're gonna tighten it off on our hook and start chaining. Here I'm inserting a picture on how you make some chains. And here we need about 30 chains to form a 30cm base. And now we're gonna start our first row by skipping the first chain from our hook and start stitching a single crochet by insert your hook, yarn over, pull through. Now we have 2 loops, and yarn over again and pull through both loops. Again, go to the next chain, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over again, and pull through both loops. And we're gonna do this all the way to our first foundation chain. After finishing the whole chain, you're gonna make a turning chain before you start the new row. And for the second and the rest of the rows, we're gonna make a single crochet with some modifications. We're not gonna insert our hook into the whole V. Instead, we're just gonna insert our hook in half of the V. Now the first side is already finished. It took me about 35 rows to form a 40cm in tall. And here I'm crocheting the other side of the bag. And don't forget to count every stitches before adding a turning chain and start the next row. And here I'm fastening off the stitches so that it doesn't come undone. And now we're gonna combine the 2 sides with single crochet while hiding the tail. It's okay if you're struggling with hiding the tail, you can weave it after we finish the 3 sides. When combining both sides together, make sure that the right sides are facing together, and we're gonna stitch 3 sides, leaving 1 side open for the opening of the back. Here I've finished the 3 sides, and now we're gonna make a corner Here we're gonna attach our yarn 3 stitches from the top corner. And here we're gonna use slip stitch to make the corner. And here's the picture on how you make a slip stitch. Here I finished one corner and this is how it's gonna look like. And now we're gonna move on to the next corner. And the second corner is now finished. Here is what it looks like. And now we're gonna turn our bag inside out. Here is what it looks like after being turned out. As usual, we're gonna start off with a slip knot and continue by chaining. Here in total, I make 100 chain, and to make the first row, we're gonna flip it over and we're gonna work on the back side of our chain. And now we're gonna do slip stitch working with the back side of the chain, and we're gonna do it all the way to our first foundation chain. Here I've finished the first row, and after finishing a row we should always make a turning chain, but here I forgot to do it and ended up redoing the second row. And don't forget, for this slip stitch we're gonna always work with the back side of the previous row. And here I've finished making the handle in total of 8 rows. And as usual, we're gonna fasten off the stitch. And here we're gonna use a piece of yarn to attach the other side of the handle. I'm using 2.5mm hook to attach the piece of yarn onto the handle. And here I'm using a 5.5mm hook. And now we're just gonna stitch using running stitch, or you can use back stitch. Here's what the finished product looked like. Thank you for watching my tutorial. I hope you enjoy. See you in my next video. Bye guys. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.